Welcome to another Meet Team Align pilot. I happen to be fortunate enough sitting here with Duncan Osbourn, and you're one of the team pilots for Align. And
that's right.
Tell everybody how long you have been with Align.
Wow, I mean, I've been with Align from pretty much the beginning, I think. I mean, I first came here in 2005, it was my first time, and I remember all we had was like little 450s with plastic swash plates, and the quality was really bad. And see how far it's come in like the last 10 years or so, 12 years is amazing.
So yeah. It was one of those helicopters that when it first came out, Alan was flying with another team. Yeah. And then eventually his name's on the box.
Yeah.
Yours is on the poster, his is on the box. Right?
Yeah, they had my name on there too, I think, initially.
Initially?
Yeah. I'm more of an obscure pilot, I would say.
Just so you know, because it's funny, I tease him about it because I didn't really follow the pilots. Now I'm doing this. And so I said, you know, I know exactly who you are because I still have the box with your name on it that I keep a bunch of junky screws in that I've never cleaned out for probably 15 years now, you know, at least. So you were one of the first pilots. You were the first pilot with Align.
Yeah, that was basically, I remember in 2005, it was just pretty much me and Jason Krause here.
Okay.
That was it, you know, it was quite a small kind of thing, and then it's just grown every year from then on.
And a lot of people don't know who Jason Krause is. To give credit to him, he was a very good pilot at that time. Yeah. And he designed, I think, the Nitro?
Yeah, I think he worked on quite a few models in the beginning, the first few years.
Okay.
And I remember when I was flying, he was one of the pilots that kind of inspired me.
Oh, yeah. All right. So you've been flying since 2005. We talked about your age. You're like the older one. Alan's actually physically older than you.
Yeah.
But you've been with Align longer. So how many years then have you been flying?
So I joined Align in 2005. I started flying like completely from the very beginning was the year 2000. So 17 years now. 17
years, wow. Yeah. And did you start with helicopters only, or were you in planes first?
No, just helicopters.
So do you fly planes?
I have once or twice, yeah. In fact, at home now we built this old kind of scale glider. We just kind of fly that around really gently sometimes.
So you're really a helicopter guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you've competed in many contests.
Oh yeah.
And you know there's F3C, F3N, there's the 3D. Which style? Tell people are you in which category? Is the one you focus on?
I think right now I've been doing a lot of F3N stuff.
Okay.
So it's kind of, you can call it the F3C version of 3D, I guess.
Well, so tell people about that because people get confused about F3C, F3N, the 3D version. Kind of what makes the difference between what is the F3N? Like, are the judges looking for?
Yeah, I think it's kind of changed. I think initially they were looking for really kind of technical stuff.
Okay.
In F3N, it was more, really precise technical things. But I think as the last 3 or 4 years, I think it's changed to more kind of the hard 3D. So you want to kind of mix everything together. You want the kind of really precise technical mixed in with the hard kind of low 3D.
Which means I mean, I've seen you fly out here. You can do anything. It's just people have their flying styles, and then you tailor that to where you want to compete. Yeah. You know, so it's a little bit different. You have the technical skills to do anything. I can attest to that. Yesterday, I was fortunate enough to be able to film you.
Yeah.
And it was truly amazing. It was great.
Thank you. Yeah.
So with flying for Align all these years, what size helicopters do you have in your fleet that you pretty much consistently keep in your helicopter fleet?
Well, actually, I have pretty much all the Align models ever since the beginning. Still got them at home, somewhere. I don't fly them very often now. But if I was to say my favourite one, out of all of them, would be the 600 Nitro.
So you're a Nitro guy. 700 Nitro, 600?
Yeah, 600 was my favourite, I think. I love that.
So what size motor do you run in it?
That was, well, I haven't flown it for ages now, but an OS 55.
Okay, so 55. And you compete in, what contests have you competed in, or are you competing in? Because I know some of them disappeared, some of them are here. But what recently this last year have you competed in, or maybe the year before?
F3N stuff. We've done a lot of F3N this year. There was the World Championships in Poland.
Okay.
We went to, which was really good. Did well there. And they have quite a few in England now as well, kind of little F3N competitions. Just recently, last weekend, I was in the UK Championship, which I won for the 6th time now. So.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
that's amazing. 6 times in a row?
Not in a row, no.
Oh, okay.
That was over the last 10 years. So that started in 2007.
So you won 6 out of the last 10.
Yeah.
All right. So if somebody's willing to go compete in that, they should come and challenge you.
Yeah.
Knock you off the throne there, right?
No, I'm probably going to retire now because I feel like I've done everything there.
But you're not over the hill.
Well, no, not quite.
And so a lot of people are beginning and they're trying to fly, and you have different age groups. But what would you recommend that someone does in order to move forward in the hobby and eliminate the crashing syndrome? Because people seem to rush it too fast. They want to fly like you, not realizing that I'm sure you spend hours over the years, right? You may not spend as much now because you have certain skills and you're trying to perfect other things. But at the beginning, I'm sure when you're younger, you spend hours and hours and hours doing what should they do.
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky when I started. At the club I first went to, we had quite an experienced 3D flyer there who kind of taught me, the right things to do. But I would say we see a lot of people, beginners kind of rushing to do 3D stuff.
Okay.
And when I started, I would just learn kind of basic hovering stuff. And I think it's just, if you can find that interesting in the beginning, then it'll make things a lot easier as you go on. So things like, I don't know, just like a hovering nose in circle or something, or just hovering kind of really slow figure of 8s, just to get used to all the orientations of the model in the beginning, and then you'll find it actually a lot easier. You'll actually progress quicker if you do it kind of the slow way.
So I got to tell you, you said, I asked that question amongst everybody, and it always falls back to this. And actually, I was on a podcast, and they asked me the same thing. What do you tell people? And it's basically this: it's orientation.
Yeah.
And if you don't learn the orientation, you will end up in a position guaranteed crash. And here's the funny thing is which I think you can maybe tell some people, is that when you do crash in your beginning, you really don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But it's orientation. So
mostly,
you got to do that, right?
Yeah.
It's boring.
Yeah, it can be.
It's over and over, but without that orientation, you're not going to end up where you're at.
Exactly. Yeah. I think if you can learn quite quickly, just doing that, I don't think it's too tedious. If you can see yourself actually making progress, and you can feel, I can do that now when I couldn't do it before, then it should be, it's a good way to learn like that, I think.
And you're here with your dad.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think he works on the helicopters for you.
Yeah,
and helps you with it.
He helps it. Yeah.
He enjoys it.
He's a good mechanic. Yeah. Most of the time.
Did he take you to the park, or when does your dad fly? I mean, I'm trying to go with it. Sometimes the parents fly, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you came into the hobby because your dad started you. Yeah. What's that relationship with you and him in the hobby?
Yeah, he was into kind of modelling, but he was more into aeroplanes.
Okay.
And actually, when we were on holiday, because we normally go into model shops and things just to look around. We were on holiday one year and we went into this model shop and I saw a helicopter in the window. I thought, I quite like one of those. So we went in and the man in the shop said, you don't want that, but you should get this one. And there was a old second-hand Hirobo shuttle on the ceiling there.
Yep.
And we brought that, and then the next day he took us out for a lesson. That was my first ever flying lesson I did there. And that was on holiday. We actually had a boat in England we go sailing around on, and we were in this town called Ipswich.
Around the what?
In a town called Ipswich in England. We sailed there in our boat on holiday.
Is it freshwater or is it in the sea?
No, we're in the sea.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Could be in a lake.
Yeah, so we went there and I went to the model shop, we got the shuttle and progressed from there, really.
And you've been all over the world doing this, and so kind of mention maybe what countries have you had the opportunity or the fortune to, being fortunate enough to go to because of the helicopters and how you've participated?
Yeah, well actually I think here's the most frequent place I've been to. Taiwan. I've been to Taiwan. I've been here. This is my 10th time here now.
Wow.
And I think we came one other time for a competition organised by someone, I can't remember now, in 2006. Yeah, and actually the one place I've never been is America. So I'd really like to go and fly.
Well, you heard it. Starts bugging them. We got IRCHA, which is, you met Charles Anderson here. Maybe we can get you to come and join us in IRCHA because, I work for the U.S. distributor in the line. both because I'm here. But IRCHA is the big event, and it was very large this year. It's not what it was a couple years ago when the market was on, you know, crazy. But still, there was over 700 and something pilots there this year. There was over 1,000 people. You know, it's so large of an area that you don't realize how many people truly are there.
I've heard the stories about the golf buggies. You need the golf buggies to drive around on.
Oh, the golf carts? You said buckets?
Yeah, buggies.
Buggies. So we do a little thing. It's funny because a buggy, right, might be like a dune buggy.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like for racing. But they use the golf carts, right, as golf buggies. Because they drive, some people try to drive too fast, you know. But it's just a massive thing. So maybe we can get you out there this year, talk you out, because we go every year. Alan goes. Alan Zabel Jr., Ben Storr, Colin Bell, Derek Chekas, who's here with us, CJ Jenkins, who's here competing with us and competing against you. And so it's just a great event. It really is.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to go at least once.
It's like, you know, coming here to this, if you ever have an opportunity, would you recommend somebody, because anybody can come, you know, but and they're gracious to whoever comes. But, I mean, you've been doing this for 10 years. I think a line is people don't realize how large of a corporation and company they are. I mean, there's over 200 and some employees, I think, or more, I don't know. And this event is, I mean, tell people the magnitude of this event, because you've seen the other places. It's not like this as far as what they're doing for all of us. And all the people in the community.
So,
I mean, can you give them something up?
Yeah, I mean, I remember a few years ago, we're at the Align field right now, but they used to have it on like a big airfield, you know, and the size and the scale of the event then was kind of massive, you know. You'd see like posters all around the town, and it was really big, and you see the effort like all the employees put in. It's amazing. So really grateful to them.
I mean, I posted on Facebook the paper. There's a full page advertisement for the event. There's posters in town. Everybody knows who Align is. They come from all over the country because, you know, there's a lot of towns outside. They're parked up here all the way down the street. On the other side of this berm. I mean, there's many people here. But they do a great job of taking care of everybody. Not just us or you because you're on the team, but just the common person who shows up and is just here to have their helicopter and take an opportunity to fly. So what would you like to say to the people out there, to your fans, because you have them? What would you like to tell them? Go ahead.
Wow. Well, I'd like to say a big thank you for watching me and supporting me over such a long time now. I feel like I'm one of the older pilots now, you know, along with Alan, obviously. You know, we're kind of from that, almost like the first generation, I guess, it feels like, you know. I remember, you know, me, Curtis, Jason Krause, Alan, you know, we're all kind of competing together at one stage, and I don't know if any of the people out there remember us watching us, but it's been good to see everything change over the years, you know, from nitro flybar to electric, and still be flying now. I'm really grateful to still be here.
Great. Well, I just want to say to you, one, it was a pleasure meeting you. Very nice. I mean, everybody's nice, and I say this about most pilots because really when you have the opportunity to show up and talk to you, part of this is not only your flying skills, but reaching out and helping people, and you do that. And it's really about the family, even though we come from different parts of the world. When it seems that the helicopter is kind of the barrier that breaks everybody down, and we're here to have fun together. But I want to say thank you for letting me film you yesterday, because that was standing next to you filming was it's cool. You know, and I got to see the maneuvers, and you get to see them up close. And you have another round of competition today, because today's the final round.
That's right.
And I hope you finish higher. I don't know what place you're in. It doesn't matter. It's a fun thing.
Do the best we can.
So I appreciate taking the time and meeting you, and I appreciate your dad, because he's been very nice to me too.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in for this episode. We'll have a few more for you. And as always, thanks for flying Align.